Now we are moving on to the important chapters. That is, we are starting the problem chapters. Chapter number 5, chapter name and the topic is accounting equation, which is very much important because all other chapters are based on this basic chapter. Accounting equation is the basis on which we are doing the entire accounting problems. So you need to be thorough with this chapter. No need to get worried. It is an easy chapter. Accountancy, though it is problem paper, if you put a little effort, I had told you in the beginning also, if you put a little effort, if you concentrate on these problems, you can easily score marks. So no need to get worried. You just have to put effort. Effort means a little effort is enough. You have to listen carefully first of all. Whenever I explain problems, you must concentrate very well. Then you must practice. Practice is very much important. Otherwise, careless mistakes also you will make. So practice is very much important. So we'll start this chapter, accounting equation. We'll see what is equation first. Then we'll move on to accounting equation. Okay, this term would be familiar to you. Equation. What is equation? How can we explain the meaning of an equation? We can write one example like 6 plus 4 is equal to 10. So equation means actually it is a mathematical statement that shows a relationship between two items. How it is shown? It is shown or it is separated by a symbol. That symbol is equal sign, which means the values on both sides will be equal. So it is a mathematical statement which has two equal sides which is separated by an equal sign, by an equal symbol. Understood? So what can be the meaning of accounting equation? This is the meaning of equation which you all know. Both sides of equation will be equal. So what can be the meaning of accounting equation? Here also both sides of the equation must be equal, and both sides means how we can mention or how we can specify those two sides in accounting. So for accounting we have assets and liabilities. The meaning of assets, meaning of liabilities, already we discussed. You remember what is an asset? The properties owned, O-W-N, owned by the business. Then liabilities means the amount payable or the amount owed. Owed means O-W-E-D, it is payable. Payable items are liabilities, not paid items. So assets is equal to liabilities. This is accounting equation. The total of assets will be or should be always equal to the total of liabilities of a firm. We'll take one example. Started business with cash. Rahul started business with cash of rupees 1 lakh. Let's just example imaginary figures. Rahul started business with cash of rupees 1 lakh. What all items are involved in this transaction? He started business with cash. So cash is involved. Then starting business with cash of 1 lakh. What is it called in accounting or in accountancy? We'll refer that 1 lakh as capital. The amount with which the owner or the proprietor starts business is called capital. So here he introduced capital of 1 lakh in the form of cash. So we have two items in this transaction. One is cash, the other is capital. And what is the amount of these two? The amount will be same, 1 lakh each. It is 1 lakh for cash and the capital also, because he introduced capital of 1 lakh in the form of cash. So the amount will be same. Now we'll see what is the nature of cash. What's the nature of cash? We discussed the meaning of asset, the examples and all we discussed already. So cash, didn't we discuss cash in hand, cash at bank and all? So this is an asset. Cash is an asset. You must know all examples. That's why I'm asking you to learn theory portions well. Then only you can do problem papers. Problem chapters. Then capital. What's the nature of capital? That also we discussed. Capital is always a liability for the business. Now you just see whether accounting equation is followed in this transaction. Yes. Cash is equal to capital. Both these amounts to 1 lakh. So we can write the accounting equation in this transaction, that is asset is equal to liabilities. Total assets will be always equal to total liabilities. Now we can expand this equation. Then one more thing, accounting equation is based on one concept. Now from this example, did you understand that concept? Are you able to identify that concept which we have learned already? Assets is equal to liabilities. That means cash and capital of same amount. There are two aspects for this transaction. Which concept is this? That is dual aspect, or we can call it as double entry system of accounting. What was that dual aspect or double entry system? Every transaction will be having two aspects, a debit aspect and a credit aspect of equal amount. The total amount debited will be always equal to total amount credited. Debit means the receiving aspect, credit means the giving aspect. Example also we have learned. The same thing applies here, isn't it? So accounting equation is based on which concept? Dual aspect or duality principle or double entry system. Okay, now we can expand this. Assets is equal to liabilities. Liabilities will be also termed as total liabilities, can be also also called as total claims or equity. All these terms must be familiar to you. So liabilities can be also referred as total claim. Claim means also the same. Equity, or it can be called as equity. Total of equity means you must understand it is total of liabilities, which will be equal to total of assets. Now, so assets is equal to, this liabilities section will expand. Total liabilities can be the sum total of, we have discussed two types of liabilities, internal liability and external liability. So total liabilities is the sum total of external and internal liability. External and internal liability. External liability means liability of the firm to outsiders. Outsiders means other than owners. Then internal means towards owners. What is that liability which is to be paid to owners? What is it called? That is called capital. That is called capital, or other names of capital you learned in the previous chapter. That is net worth or owner's equity. Capital is also known as net worth or owner's equity. Equity means again liability. This is owner's liability. Liability of the firm towards its owners. That's called owner's equity or capital. Then, external liability will be usually referred as liability itself. So, when they simply mention liability, you must understand that they are talking about external liability. Internal liability, specifically we have mentioned it as capital. These two together will give you assets. So what is the accounting equation actually? Finally, we can write the accounting equation. It is assets is equal to liabilities, means external liabilities. Though we are not specifically mentioning it, it is external liabilities, then plus capital, that is internal liability. This is the accounting equation which you need to learn. I just showed how we are getting this accounting equation. Nobody will ask you to write this derivation and all. You just have to learn this. Assets is equal to liabilities plus capital. But this is the concept. So we'll see how transactions are recorded by following this accounting equation. Every transaction will be recorded on the basis of this accounting equation. So we'll take an example. Okay, the same example we'll take, that Rahul started business with, I'm not writing it again, the same example. Rahul started business with cash of rupees 1 lakh, and two items we identified there. One is cash, the other is capital. The nature also we discussed. Cash nature is asset. It is an asset. So what will happen to asset side if the owner introduce rupees 1 lakh in the form of cash? We are thinking from the firm's point of view. You are not the owner. We means always the firm. Whenever I say like we, you have to think from our point of view, that is firm's point of view. Clear? So, when owner introduces rupees 1 lakh into your business, what will happen to your asset side? The cash will increase. From your point of view, the cash is increasing. We are getting that amount. So, cash is increasing. So, asset also, cash means it is an asset. So, asset will increase by 1 lakh. So, we will write under asset plus 1 lakh. Since it is increased, you must show this sign plus 1 lakh. Now, is there any change in your liability? Yes, there is a change in liability because the other item is capital, and the capital basic nature is liability. But can we write it under this one? Capital, we know that it is internal liability, and I told you this liability means it is external. So we can't write anything under this external liabilities, whereas under capital you must write that 1 lakh rupees. Understood? So now you just check whether accounting equation is satisfied. Satisfied means whether it is same on both sides. Is it same? Yes. Plus 1 lakh here, plus 1 lakh on the other side. So the equation is correct. The next example we'll take. Purchased goods for cash. Purchased goods for cash. When you purchase goods for cash, amount also we need. Only monetary transactions will be recorded. Which are the two items? First of all, you have to identify the items. Actually, you need not write the items. Then you need not write the accounting equation and all. No need to waste your time. You can directly write the accounting equation. I'll show you how to write it. First, we'll discuss how we are getting all these. So, purchase goods for cash 50,000. So, which are the two items involved there? One will be goods which we purchased. Then, the other will be what we are giving. We are giving cash. And these two will amount to rupees 50,000. Now, you have to see what is the nature of goods and what is the nature of cash. What's the nature of goods? Goods means goods, or it can be called as the stock of goods. So what's the nature of stock? It is basically so all these examples you must be familiar with. Only then you can write this. You can identify the nature. Then what's the nature of cash? Cash is also an asset. Now what will happen to your accounting equation? That is, asset is equal to liabilities plus capital. What will happen here? Both are affecting your asset side. Now, goods, will it increase or decrease? You purchased goods. So, goods will increase by 50,000. So, plus 50,000 because goods increased. What is happening to your cash? The cash is moving out because we are paying. Isn't it? You go to a shop, you buy something, you have to pay. So, the cash is moving out for rupees 50,000. So, under assets, you will write 50,000. I mean minus 50,000. Is there any change in liabilities? No. What about capital? There is no change. See whether accounting equation is satisfied. Plus and minus means getting cancelled. Finally, it is 0. So, 0 on both sides. This transaction is correct. That means it has satisfied the accounting equation. Clear? This is how we are writing the accounting equation. From every transaction, you must identify two items, two aspects, then see the nature of those items, then you have to record it. Clear? So, all these steps you can avoid when you practice. At first, you will have to write and see what all items are involved, then identifying its nature, then you will write. But when you practice directly, you can write it in the form of accounting equation. We'll work out one problem so that you will get an idea. It is given on, when you write, you just write the illustration number and the page number. So, it's given on page number 5.6, illustration 1. Just write page 5.6, illustration 1. No need to write the question. Okay, prepare the accounting equation from the following transactions. Did you all see the question? We have 5 transactions there. You have to do accounting equation. And for that, you have to draw a format. I'll show you how the format is. We have a column for serial number, then transactions, then assets is equal to liabilities plus capital. Make sure you are drawing the format with scale and pencil. That is very much important. Don't use your pen for drawing the format. Use your scale and pencil for drawing. And for every problem, we'll be having a format. You must correctly follow the format. Your answers must be neatly written. Okay, we'll see the first transaction, serial number 1. Transaction is, normally the transaction will be started business with, okay, here also the amount is same, capital of rupees 1 lakh in cash. So, here you write started business with cash. The question itself you can write under transaction column. Started business with cash. So, 2 items involved here in this transaction are, one is cash and the other is capital. What's the nature of cash? It is an asset. So, under assets we will write plus 1 lakh. You must write the symbol always because we need to show whether it is increase or decrease. So, plus and minus symbol you must write. Then equal to liabilities, there is no change because it is external liability. Then capital also will be increased by rupees 1 lakh. Since we discussed that already, I am not explaining it again. Second transaction we will see. Okay, that also the same thing. Purchased goods in cash of rupees 50,000. Accidentally, when I wrote the examples also, it was the same amount. Okay, so purchased goods in cash for rupees 50,000. So what is happening? The asset side will increase, at the same time it will decrease also. So we'll write that purchased goods for cash. Asset will increase and decrease because we are getting goods of 50,000. So that is plus 50,000. We are losing cash of 50,000. So minus 50,000. There is no change in liability, no change in capital. After every transaction, you have to check whether your accounting equation is correct, whether both sides are giving the same answer. That you have to check after every transaction. Yes. Now, what next you have to do is, after every 2 transactions, you must draw a line in this amount column and write new equation in transaction column after every 2 transactions. Okay. Now we'll just add and write the final figure for these two. Add this asset side. It will be plus 1 lakh. Minus 50 and plus 50 will get cancelled. Here it is 0. Here it is plus 1 lakh. See whether it is correct. Both sides are same. Plus 1 lakh. So it is same. So after every 2 transaction, you must write new equation like this. Extend your column. Third transaction we will write. That is, purchased furniture from Samrat Furniture's rupees 20,000. You are purchasing furniture for rupees 20,000. It is same like your previous example, because here also we are purchasing, instead of goods, we are purchasing a furniture, and the amount here is 20,000. Okay. Now the difference between the third transaction and second transaction is that there also you purchased goods. Here also we are purchasing asset. Furniture means it is an asset. It is a fixed asset. You need not identify whether it is fixed asset or current asset. Just identify the basic nature. Just identify whether it is asset, liability or capital. That is enough. But actually furniture means it's fixed asset. Whereas goods means it is current asset. That's the actual classification. Okay, so we have furniture, that is one item in that transaction. Then we have the seller's name in the question. It is given like you purchased from Samrat Furniture. We are purchasing from Samrat Furniture. It's furniture for rupees 20,000. So, since the name of the seller is mentioned like this, did they mention like whether we paid cash or not? Did they mention whether the transaction is on cash basis or credit basis? Nothing is mentioned. Whereas in previous transaction, they specifically mentioned purchased goods in cash for rupees 50,000 in cash. That's cash transaction. Here nothing is mentioned, but instead of that, hint is given that the name of the seller is given. You must remember one thing, whenever the name of seller is given in the question, it's mentioned in the question, this transaction will be on credit. If the name of seller is mentioned in the question, consider it as credit transaction. Understood? So this is a credit transaction now. Which are the two items involved? One item is furniture. The other item is it cash. Are we paying cash actually? No, because they have mentioned the seller's name, meaning it is on credit. So we haven't paid anything. Instead of that, now we have a liability. We have a new liability. This Samrat Furniture is our liability. What can we call them? Samrat Furniture will be termed as creditor of the business. Creditor means to whom we have to pay the money. You must be thorough with all these terms, debtor, creditor and all. So creditor means to whom we have to pay money. So to Samrat Furniture, you have a liability now. So these are the two items. One is furniture, one is creditor. Furniture, the nature is asset. Creditor, the nature is liability. Now we can write in the accounting equation. What will you write or how will you write? Your asset is getting increased. We got one more asset, new furniture. What is happening to liability? Liability also got increased because we have to make the payment on a later date. So liability also increased for rupees 20,000. So we'll write it in the accounting equation. You write the transaction first. Purchased goods on, you write goods on credit because the name is mentioned, so it's on credit. Then plus 20,000 under assets, plus 20,000 under liability. Write it very carefully. No change in capital. So the accounting equation is correct. Plus 20 and plus 20 on both sides. Then now we have two equations, two transactions we have. This one you have to consider as one transaction. This is the next transaction. After every two transaction, what you should do? Write the new equation. It is plus 1,20,000 is equal to plus 20,000 plus 1 lakh. Then transaction number 4. Sold goods costing 25,000, 4 rupees 35,000 against cash. We are selling goods and it is mentioned it is on cash. So what will happen when you sell goods? You will get cash. How much will you get here? You will be getting a cash of rupees 35,000, isn't it? Actual cost is only 25, but we sold for 35. So under assets, we are getting cash, means under assets, we should write plus 35,000. Then what are we losing? Just think, what are we losing? We got cash of 35. Now what are we losing? We are losing goods of how much? Goods of just 25,000. Write the figures carefully. We are losing goods of 25,000 and goods nature is asset. So you must write under assets. Since we are losing, it is minus. And what is the cost of goods? 25,000. Now, nothing we have written on the other side. Will the accounting equation satisfy? Accounting equation is not correct now. So, something we'll have to write on the other side also. So, this is wrong now. Now, 35 and 25. The actual cost is only 25. You sold for 35 means, what does it mean? That extra amount can be termed as profit. And profit will be always adjusted with capital. When you get an extra amount, where will you add that? With the capital. Capital is the money with which you started. With that you will add. If it is a loss, from capital you have to less. So here we will write 0 and here we will write the profit amount, that is 10,000, and since it is profit you must add that. So plus and minus, so that means asset side here we have plus 10,000, here also we have plus 10,000. You write the new equation. Okay, before that you write the transaction here. Sold goods, that's enough. Sold goods. And write new equation. It's now 1,30,000 is equal to 20,000 plus 1,10,000. See whether it is correct. 1,10,000 plus 20 is 1,30,000. The final transaction, transaction number 5. Paid Samrat Furniture in cash. How much you would have paid him? You have purchased from Samrat Furniture for rupees 20,000 and now we are paying. Because that time it was on credit. Now when you pay, that means you are paying cash. So cash is moving out. Cash means it is an asset. So we have to write under assets minus 20,000. Then what will happen on the other side? Is there any change in liability? Yes, because we had a creditor before. Now we paid him means your creditor will reduce. This is plus. Okay. Creditor will reduce. And there is no change on the capital side. It is correct. Minus 20, minus 20 on both sides. So paid Samrat Furnitures. Now we'll write the final new equation, which is plus, always write the symbol, plus 1,10,000. Here it is 0 plus 1,00,000 10,000. That's the final answer. You can double line this amount column. The final new equation, you can double line only the amount column. So this is the format and this is how you have to do a counting equation. Just identify two items, think of its nature, write add or less. Clear?